So I just want to make a little video here, a takeaway of Shavuot. So we had a really wonderful time. So the most that we had, I think maybe 42 people, like with over a handful of families. It was a wonderful time. It was absolutely wonderful. We were very fortunate to be able to make it and stay up all night and study Tikkun Leil Shavuot, the summary of every Torah portion, every book of the Tanakh, and it was wonderful. We had a friend who was he did his section in Russian, and we did it in English, and another friend that did it in Hebrew, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I just wanted to do something. So for a handful of the guys, it was their first Mishnayot that they went through. We went through and studied the temple structure, so Tractate Midot, and the in the Hadron of this, there's this portion that's written by, I think this was written by Rabbi Nehunya ben Hakana, but it says, "We give thanks before you, Lord our God and God of our ancestors, that you have placed our lot among those who sit in the study hall, and that you have not given us our portion among those who sit idly on street corners. We rise early and they rise early. We rise early to pursue Divrei Torah, and they rise early to pursue Betalim," like nothingness. Right? We toil and they toil. We toil to receive a reward, and they toil and do not receive a reward. We run and they run. We run to the life of Olam Haba, and they run to the pit of destruction, as it is stated. But you, God, will bring them down into the pit of destruction. Men of blood and deceit shall not live on half their days. But as for me, Va'ani eftach bach, I will trust in you. So, just keep in mind, like everywhere you go, like make Torah a part of your life, just a living, breathing part of your life. Everywhere you go, you can have Torah in your vehicle as you're driving down the road. You can listen to a lecture. You can listen to, Zvira. You can listen to songs. You can listen to people studying. You can listen to people reading to you. You can listen to like music from the Yanuka Rav. You can listen to anything to just enhance your life. And after a while, you'll completely forget about all this crazy stuff. It's like, we rise early to pursue matters of Torah. We get up and say Shachrit. They get up and watch the news. They get up and check their phone for the news headlines. They get up and check scores of games that they didn't get a chance to see because they were playing video games or something else at that time. We rise early and pursue matters of Torah. We rise early and say Hallel, when it's Rosh Chodesh or the holidays. They rise early and pursue Betalim, nothingness. Okay? Nothingness, right? So you can connect yourself to Torah all the time. Even with your family at the table, grab something. There's little things. Get yourself these little Breslover books and stuff like that. I don't have any nearby me, but I took a handful of different things so we'd have stuff to read all the time around the table, or when we're inside or something like that. And it was a lot of fun. We covered a lot of stuff. I read a handful of things, the Gate of Torah, the Gate of the Fear of Heaven, and stuff like that out of here. Read the Windows of the Soul from Rabbi Victor Miller, and I'll actually make some videos on this. It's good, just a little shiur. And there was a lot of things that came out as far as some very interesting points. There was an analogy that's made in Orachot Tzadikim, and I completely don't remember this. I haven't read that section in such a long time. But basically, there's this idea that we're walking through life blind. We don't know the next thing that's going to come upon us. We have no idea, what's waiting around the corner just 10 minutes from now or a moment from now. I remember, not too long ago, a tree fell on the building and, shook the whole building. The moment before that happened, you have no clue. You're walking blind through this world. Anything could happen. And there's this analogy that there's 100 blind men. They're walking with one man. He's got his hand on the shoulder of the next man. There's 100 blind men. But at the front of the line, it's Hashem leading the first man. And as long as as long as those blind men stay connected to the one in front of them, it doesn't matter that they're blind, because ultimately Hashem is leading them. Okay, and it's just like us. There's maybe like 100 generations back to Mount Sinai. Like probably even less than 100 generations of Torah scholars, all the way back from our day to Mount Sinai. I looked up that little list from Hidabrut not that long ago in regards to a debate with a Messianic rabbi that never took off because it was just personality attacks. And there was 116 entries that included men from basically from the different leaders of our generations, from Ashkenazi, Mizrahi, Sephardi. I can't remember exactly all of them, but basically they, from a couple streams of Judaism, their chain of transmission, their teachers, the teachers of their teachers, all the way back to Mount Sinai. And in total, the article listed 116. Okay, we're not that far away. We're not that far away from Mount Sinai. We're like what Orachot Tzadikim says, 100 men in a line, blind men, with their hand upon the shoulder of the blind man in front of us. As long as you stay connected to those who came before you, it doesn't matter. You will not despair. You will know exactly where to go, because Hashem is leading us. Okay? This is why you have to stay connected. Hashem safeguards truth forever. Psalm 146. Hashem safeguards truth forever. That means that you don't have to just try to derive the truth for yourself. There is a living community on the face of this earth that has a tradition that goes back to Mount Sinai, that has the truth. Okay? And it's not just one cult here, one cult there, or one person that thinks that they know the truth. It has had bottlenecks in history, like Lag BaOmer celebrated, the end of one of those bottlenecks, where the Romans killed off almost all the sages, and Torah spread out from 5 sages. They were the students of Rabbi Akiva, one man. Or in the days of Hillel, before he had to come from Babylon to teach Torah in Eretz Yisrael, because King Yanai had killed off, or scared off, or killed off all the rabbis. Well, they weren't called rabbis back then, but all the sages. So, and then the days of Elijah, he thought he was the only one, but there were some righteous people that were hidden away. But still, there were some bottlenecks. But ultimately, it doesn't stop. Hashem safeguards truth forever. And I just want to encourage you to just make Torah a part of your life. Cut something out of your life. And bring Torah into your life. If you talk about something frivolous at the table for dinner on a normal basis, cut some of that frivolousness out and add in some Torah, right? Grab a book, read a chapter to your family. Grab a prayer, read a chapter to your family. Tehillim. There's that website, davenplease, I think it's .com, davenplease.com, where it gives you a random chapter of Tehillim and 5 random names of people that need prayer. I think there's still prayer for some of the soldiers, the IDF soldiers, and some people that are still hostages that have not been returned, and as well as other people. So, there's some things you can do. Sing a song, learn a song, and sing it at your table. If you're driving down the road, quit with the frivolous music of batalim, of frivolousness that means nothing, that doesn't do anything. It just keeps the beat going in your head. Cut that stuff out and find some Torah to put in there. Okay? So this holiday was, I feel like a lot of us probably came out of this, inspired, this Shavuot. But you can take this and springboard off of it and take it into your life. Yeah. Torah is not a small thing. It's a big thing. It's a vast ocean. You can start anywhere. And there's so much for anybody. There's Torah for mathematicians. There's Torah for engineers. There's Torah for linguists. There's Torah for biologists. It is so vast. You can find anything you want in Torah. You can find anything you want. You can study anything you want in it. It's all there. We were having discussions about like your names being, the names of people being found in the Torah, in their Torah portions. And it's all there. It's amazing. It's all there. The Torah has you encoded inside of it. Every single person on the face of this earth is encoded in the Torah. We dealt with the book of Ruth this holiday. And at the end of the book of Ruth is the genealogy of David. And so I brought out one of my books. It's in the Torah, where it's in Genesis, as a matter of fact, in the story of Judah and Tamar. I have it marked out, the letters, but there's a 49 letter, so a 48 plus 1 letter skip. So you count one of the letters, and then you count 48, and then the 49th letter would be included, and then you do that again, and you get all the names that are in the genealogy of David from the book of Ruth, the last book of Ruth, in chronological order, in the Torah portion that talks about Judah and Tamar, the patriarch and matriarch of his line. So it's all encoded in the Torah, all of life. So hopefully something I said here inspired you, but basically it was a very good takeaway. Thank you for the family that hosted. It was just, everything was wonderful. Everything was wonderful. The people were wonderful. It was a joy. And we're getting close to a minion out here. I think at the most we had was like maybe 8 guys. So we're getting close. Maybe pretty soon. All right. Thanks for watching. I'm going to record some more Daf Yomi courses and some other stuff. Hopefully get caught up and whatnot. But get back to some topics that pertain to like normal life and improving your life and everything like that. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for the new subscribers. And I appreciate everybody watching. But ultimately, it's for your benefit. My wife was mentioning, like, I don't like say subscribe to the channel, like hit the bell. No, like I don't care about that. Like just keep Torah rolling. Don't worry about me. Just keep Torah rolling on your phone or your computer. Okay, my son's calling.